How does Liverpool move from this situation, building from the back, facing an aggressive press, to this situation, beating the first line of pressure, looking in a way in which they are playing under pressure, and move into this phase where they are actually outnumbering the opposition in their final third and looking more likely to score goals? All these patterns of play can be attributed to one man, and that is Arne Slot. And Slot has managed to transform Liverpool. Yesterday's result, 5-0 victory over West Ham, was the epitome of how Slot has transformed Liverpool. It is not only him but the players. Virgil van Dijk at the base of that defense, the returning Trent Alexander-Arnold, and most importantly, Mo Salah, who's looking to be a different player this season, looking to be like a player who's going to break records this season. Are we actually looking at the best forward in the Premier League history? I think a lot of people might even stretch towards those ends. Liverpool are comfortably first in the Premier League table. They are currently 7 points, 8 points clear of Nottingham Forest, who are second. They are clear of Chelsea, they are clear of Arsenal, and they are looking to be heavy favourites to win the league. We know the decline of Manchester City this season has made Liverpool to play with least pressure. Liverpool are looking like they are going to land their second Premier League title, and this is something that nobody, absolutely nobody, in fact very few people predicted that Liverpool would have this season. So what has Arne Slot given to Liverpool that has changed them? Now, Liverpool this season have introduced what we call control in their games, and Liverpool are playing a mixture of Klopp's intense pressing football and Roberto Di Zerbi's controlled build-up phase football. And we see this when the centre-backs spread on either side of the goalkeeper and the fullbacks start deeper and wider, while the two double pivots who have been preferred, Gravenberch and Alex McAllister, dropping deep and playing as two double pivots. What Liverpool are trying to do is to create numerical overloads during build-up, draw as many opponent players towards them to press them so that they can create spaces higher up the pitch. This picture clearly illustrates that. You can see the positions of the pivots, the centre-backs, and the full-backs. Because Liverpool are generating these overloads and they have numerous passing angles and passing channels, their wingers start out wide. And this draws opponents to press Liverpool aggressively high. And especially when facing high pressing teams, Liverpool destroy these teams a lot. And we saw it with West Ham and Tottenham. Because if you decide to go man to man against Liverpool in these phases, because they have a goalkeeper, they will always have a spare man in build-up. And if that spare man is Virgil van Dijk, then you're in for trouble. Because now Liverpool, especially Virgil, can hold on to the ball, draw in a marker to press him, and look to free a fullback. The wingers and the number 10 together with the false 9, he uses Luis Diaz as a false 9, play aggressively high to move into a point where they are 1v1 with the opposition backline. And one key strength of Liverpool is how they deploy their fullbacks. Importantly, both Trent and Andrew Robertson are very important in receiving the ball in these pressure situations and immediately launching long balls. Remember, the overloads that are created by the forwards as they go 1v1 with the opposition's backline make Liverpool so potent when they are looking to attack. So Liverpool's pressing build-up play is so effective that they beat most aggressively pressing teams. They are able to draw a lot of players during their build-up, And the silver bullet of using Luis Diaz as a false 9 enables him to drop deep, use his incredible dribbling ability to beat a centre-back who follows him, and look to play balls in behind for the runs of Gakpo and Mo Salah. Another threat is that opponents have decided to try and cut off the passing channel to Virgil van Dijk because he is the most comfortable centre-back on the ball, forcing the ball to be played right either to Konate or Luis Diaz. But here comes another deadly weapon that Arne Slot has, that is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold has been faced with a lot of controversy with regards to his contract, but tactically he's one of the most important players for Slot. So, has Trent transformed back to the player that we saw in 1920, who led Liverpool to hit a club record points of 99, the second best points in Premier League history? Now, Trent Alexander-Arnold is doing something that Liverpool desperately needs. His accurate passing ability, his ability to play line-breaking passes, and his ability to whip in crosses from deep and switch play quick fast is giving Liverpool a deep-lying playmaker deeper. Liverpool do not have to rely on a deep-lying playmaker. They have Trent Alexander-Arnold in these deeper regions, a player who can pick up runners in behind the opposition defense line with pinpoint accuracy. Trent Alexander-Arnold is looking like a very dangerous weapon that Liverpool have, especially when Liverpool are looking to build from the back. The position that Trent takes up makes him even more dangerous. If he has space, he's not afraid to progress with the ball forward. And because of the 4v4 overload at the back, then Trent Alexander-Arnold has numerous players to play in behind. That's why we are seeing players like Luis Diaz having a lot of free space. And that's how Liverpool destroyed Spurs, because the position that Trent Alexander-Arnold is picking, especially in that right back position. You can see from this clip here how Manchester City are pressing Liverpool with an aggressive high line. But because the press is not quite intense, Liverpool are able to play a ball over the top, and you can see how they just constantly kept playing over Spurs' high line. So playing with the high line against Liverpool is close to suicidal because it's very, very dangerous. Now, Liverpool also are very good in playing against low blocks. Low blocks are teams that decide to sit deep and try to limit Liverpool's build-up play. Now, Liverpool, again I said, play with a flat back four or with two deeper fullbacks, and this automatically gives them that width and that overload in the wide areas. Now, teams that decide to play with a mid block and decide to go man to man, especially when they are trying to limit Liverpool's progression. So you saw Manchester City attempt that against Liverpool. Liverpool pull up another card, and that is how they bring their goalkeeper so high up to play as an extra centre back during build-up. This gives Liverpool 11 outfield players, while the opponent is pressing with 10 outfield players. And because their goalkeeper Kelleher and Alisson are both comfortable with the ball at their feet, they are able to find these free players in between the lines. And if a player is drawn to press the goalkeeper, then there is where the problems start, because they can easily play balls over the top, especially to fullbacks such as Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Trent, receiving this ball with space, is very dangerous because he's able to play those balls to the channels, especially to Liverpool's most dangerous attacking player, Mohamed Salah. The position that Liverpool take is also different, as we have seen the box midfield being introduced, more like something like the kite midfield, with Gravenberch being the only player who plays deeper, and Liverpool looking to create overloads with Szoboszlai, Salah and Trent down the right. Virgil van Dijk picking this central centre-back position allows him to play the long ball passes that he likes to play to Mo Salah. And Salah in this position is able to slip in players or play that diagonal pass. And this diagonal pass has been a signature that Salah has been developing from last season to this season. That's why Liverpool have scored a lot of goals from the back post, and Mo Salah has increased in his assist number. He's currently hitting double figures in both goals and assists, indicating how he has become an all-round attacker. Szoboszlai is very important in the way he likes to drop deep, allowing Salah to occupy the pocket of space and Trent Alexander-Arnold to shift out wide. Trent in this position is either able to play balls for the runs of Mo Salah, who's able to score goals from this position, or look to play crossfield passes. Here, Liverpool have created a box midfield kind of situation. Trent has inverted in midfield. Szoboszlai has dropped deep and has pulled Manchester City's midfielder deeper. Szoboszlai wins that duel. Now Liverpool are running at Manchester City's backline. The ball is played to Alex McAllister, who also pushed high up. Now McAllister is also spotting the runs of Luis Diaz. And because Liverpool are able to beat these kinds of presses by having players dropping momentarily and picking up positions in between the lines, it is making it even more dangerous and more difficult for opponents to try and control Liverpool. They are dynamic in the way they move, they are fast in the way they move, they are unpredictable in the way they are looking to move. Liverpool in this position are also quite dangerous in the way they look to play. When you look at this clip, you can clearly see that Liverpool like to create overloads in the other side of the pitch, especially when opponents try to close them towards one side of the pitch. This makes Liverpool switches of play dangerous, with even Andrew Robertson looking to advance down that left flank. Robertson in this position whips in similar crosses that he used to whip in during Klopp's time. And Liverpool are different and hungry. They attack the box with numbers, making Liverpool one of the most deadly attacks in Europe. Currently, Liverpool are sitting top in terms of goals scored this season. Looking again at Liverpool's structure with the ball, you notice something unique: the ability to actually have quick combination plays. Their wide centre backs are very aggressive, pushing forward with the ball. We saw Konate doing this, and we see Andrew Robertson doing this, who is actually playing as a pseudo-inverted centre back when Liverpool have the ball. Without the ball, Liverpool are somehow different from they were with Klopp. Slot understands the edge profile of his team and cannot expect Mo Salah to press similar to the way he used to press 2 seasons ago. That's why Slot is more reserved when it comes to pressing. Liverpool are pressing less. That doesn't mean that they do not press. They're just pressing less, because Liverpool are concentrated in playing that 4-4 strategy, 4-4 mid block, where their front four plays quite narrow, tightening any form of central progression, while their defense line plays slightly deeper. This limits central progression as well as it limits balls over the top. And this has looked to be one of the silver bullets that Arne Slot has, that has made Liverpool so dangerous to play through and improved their defensive numbers. Players like Salah and Diaz press opposition wide centre backs and fullbacks while producing their cover shadows. They know when to step out to press. The fullbacks are also quite aggressive, and Arne Slot is not afraid to go 1v1 in midfield and in the back. He trusts his players can win these battles because he has one of the best players in 1v1 duels. Sometimes he even opts to press and sit in a mid 4-3-3 block. You saw against Manchester City, his forward line playing so narrow is one of the key features that we've seen Liverpool adopt this season. Playing with a midfield 3 to have their 2 midfielders pressing the opposition's 2 holding midfielders and having their wingers playing in positions where they cover the fullbacks. So whenever they win the ball because of their structure, they're able to directly hit and counter. And that is how they managed to beat Manchester United earlier on in the season. Liverpool's strategy has been very effective. The way they also sit in mid blocks makes it very difficult for opponents to play through them. They know when to momentarily press and they know when to momentarily drop deep. Liverpool are also not afraid to drop deep, win the ball and immediately launch devastating counter-attacks. This is something they have carried on from their Klopp days and is something they are not looking to shed off this season. Liverpool currently at top of the league, 45 points after 18 games. Remarkable. Title contenders, title favorites kind of points. Probably if they win their game in hand, those are 48 points. Liverpool will be happy with those points because if they can replicate their first leg form onto the second leg, they are also still in the Champions League. Are we looking at a manager who's looking to try and do a treble? Probably a quad with Liverpool this season. We don't know what is going to happen to football next, but Arne Slot's Liverpool is one team that we should look into. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and see you in our next video.